I started dating my best friend's ex-husband. It went nuclear. I have been best friends with Anna since we were 18 in college. She married her now ex when she was 24, but left him 3 years ago to move in with her affair partner a few states away. They have 2 boys together, 8 male and 6 male. Her ex, who we'll call Ben, got full custody, and Anna didn't really fight for it and was happy to just pay child support. She's only seen her boys less than 5 times since the divorce. I'm a full-time single mom with a son of my own, 6 male. I'm a trust fund baby, so that's what supports us. Good for you guys. By the way, this comes from Throwaway XFXH, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm the godmother to both of Anna's boys, and we all live in the same neighborhood, and their home is just a 5-minute walk away from ours. Ben works full-time and sometimes has to work late in the office, so I usually babysit the boys. I've been in their life since they were born, so they've always been comfortable around me. My son and his sons are really close too, since they grew up together and are pretty much brothers at this point. It's a weird setup, but it works for us. I've had feelings for Ben for the longest time, but didn't act on it because I didn't want to ruin what we currently have. The divorce was hard on him too, and I didn't want to make things even more difficult. I don't do what I do for his family because I have feelings for him or anything. I genuinely love those 2 little boys. Last night, technically just a few hours ago, I dropped my son off at his house for a sleepover, and he insisted that he walk me home. His mother was staying for a couple of weeks, so the boys had someone to watch over them. We took the longer 15-minute route and ended up talking, and he told me that he's had feelings for me, but was too afraid to say anything too.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Twinning.
Oh
Twinsies.
my gosh. Well, long story short, we kissed, and now we're going on a date next Friday.
Oh boy, and there will
Joy.
surely be no consequences to these decisions.
Not at all.
Ah.
It was magic. But now my question is, should I tell Anna? While the split hurt our friendship, I'm still in contact with her, and we talk about 2 times a month or so. She's told me that she still loves Ben and misses her kids, and how much she regrets leaving for a richer man. Dang, man. Oh, then she posts pictures all lovey-dovey with him somewhere overseas. She's been unstable for the last couple of years, which is why I remained in contact with her as her support system, but I sometimes consider cutting her off because she's toxic. Ben knows that we still communicate, but has told me that he didn't want to know anything about her and what she's up to. So should I give Anna a heads up and talk to her about it? Is she even owed an explanation? I'm just afraid that she might go nuclear if she finds out and somehow involve the kids. Advice would be helpful. Thank you very much. And we do have some comments with advice, but Dakota, I want to hear yours.
I mean, okay, my issue with this is I feel like OP's trying to be like, what do I do so that I get out of this without anything happening?
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to have to face that and deal with it is what you're going to have to do.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess, which do you want to deal with the least? You know, do you want to end the friendship possibly? Or do you want to, I don't know. What is the other option? I feel like that's all that can happen.
I feel like the only thing you can do is just be like,
happily
hey,
ever after.
this has happened. It's what's happening.
Yeah.
And I know that you're going to feel something about it.
Yeah.
So we can either try to talk it out or just like have space or like no longer be friends. But like if you're going to go through with, you know, having a serious relationship with one of your best friends, which I don't even know if she really is your best friend the way you're describing it.
Yeah.
You've been her support system, but you're going to have to be ready to completely let it go for the relationship.
But let's see what the comments say. Comment number 1 says, why are you friends with her again? She cheated on her husband, left him for a richer affair partner, pretty much ditched her children, and then has the audacity to say that she loves her ex and misses her kids? How many times have you seen her in the last 3 years? She doesn't have any right to know just yet. Wait and see what develops with Ben and then tell her. She will most likely try to sabotage your budding relationship when she finds out. You and Ben should be prepared for that. Good luck. And OP responds saying, I sometimes ask myself the same question. I guess it's the history. I don't know. She's lost friends over the years, and I've pretty much been the only constant in her life. And I'm not exactly sure about her logic, but I do have a feeling that she's being somewhat honest about still being in love with Ben in her own twisted way. I've seen her about as many times as she's seen her kids. Like I said, I'm around a lot, and I see her boys pretty much every day. Dang.
Okay, so she's not really your best friend.
Yeah,
You've seen her 5 times in 3 years.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want and just prepare for her to be upset. Of course she's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if mad's the right way. She's not going to like it.
That's for sure.
You know, but is it really any of her business if she just up and left and like basically was like, I'll just pay child support. I'll hardly see my kids.
It's like, well, you got yourself into that. Sorry, dude. Someone else responds, there's a big lack of empathy and consideration here. You should keep in mind that Anna is a human being with her own story as well, and condemning her this hard is a bit much. We don't know her part of the story. What we do know, however, is that she told OP about her feelings and that they consider each other friends. Since everything else is subjective, I'd say all we can determine is that there's good reason to assume that Anna might want to be informed, and equally good reason to actually do so. So, OP, in my opinion, you should tell her. You don't need to take crap, and you can react to her reaction however you feel appropriate, but from what we know, it seems like you should tell her that. And there is an update. Do we think she's going to tell her?
Yeah.
I think so,
I think
too.
she will because the internet has told her to. But like, I just think you need to know what this is a nuclear arsenal you are messing around with here.
Yep.
So it's like, you just have to own that. Own it.
But we do have an update. So, first of all, thank you for all the advice. I got a lot of mixed replies ranging from telling her, not telling her, or letting Ben tell her. That's a good option. I didn't even think of that. So, the day after I posted, I went to Ben's house to help the kids with their homeschooling as always. Ben, his mom, and the kids all surprised me with a big breakfast, which was really lovely. After that, Ben's mom said that she'd help the kids for now, and that Ben and I had a little talk about Anna. He told me that he wants to tell her himself since he was the one who asked me out, and I agreed. Later in the day, I got an angry call from Anna calling me a man-stealer. What? And a bunch of nasty things. Apparently, since we were friends, Ben was supposed to be off limits. She told me how I stole the love of her life. I guess she wanted to come back after milking the new guy.
Whoa.
That's a weird way to say that.
Look, she didn't steal anything. You threw it away.
Yeah.
It's not your it's not yours anymore.
Exactly. I'm not very good at dealing with confrontation, so I just hung up, blocked her, and cried. I'm pretty sure the friendship is over at this point, and there's no going back. Ben later told me that when he told Anna, he got the same BS about how she still loved him, wanted to come home, etc. Then when he said that he was going to start dating me, gosh, her tone changed to her fighting him for custody. Ben assured me that he talked to his lawyers and it would be very unlikely that she would win, especially since she's barely seen them since the divorce. It's also worth noting that Anna's new boyfriend is child-free, she told me. So I doubt that he would relish in the thought of a couple of kids wreaking havoc in his fancy condo in the city. Friday's date was amazing. That's good. Ben took me out for a drive and we ended up having dinner on the beach with meals him and his mom cooked. Without boring you guys with too much detail, we're both into each other and have been for the longest time, 2 years for me and a year for him after he fully got over Anna. He's always wanted to ask me out, but was too afraid to do so till his mom scared him by saying some other guy would snap me up. Thanks for the assist, Ben's mom. We already have a pseudo-blended family thing going on. I mean, my son goes with them when they go camping, fishing, and all of the father-son stuff. Ben's pretty much the closest thing to a dad my boy has ever had. Aw. We're definitely not rushing into things and have agreed that whatever happens between us stays between us. He's still going to be there for my son, and I'm definitely going to be there for his kids. Adjustment shouldn't be hard because we're always around each other anyway. I spend just as much time at his place as I do in my own home. We both want the same things in life and are pretty much on the same page at the moment. I don't really want to push too much pressure on this, but it does feel like it could be a real thing. I'm still sad about the situation with Anna and how our friendship ended, but trading a toxic friend for a loving boyfriend is something that I would do any day of the week. I had to block her on everything, but I still get messages from some of my old friends asking me what was going on because they know that Anna is a bit nuts. So it was a bit awkward having to explain the whole thing to a bunch of people, but you know what's never awkward?
Yes.
What, Dakota?
the full stories.
The full episodes with stories just like this one. And where are they, Dakota?
Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
Just search OK Storytime. It's not awkward, I swear. I swear, you guys. But there is a little bit more to the story.
It's cool noises for you.
Do we have any final thoughts before we move on?
Some kung fu. You know, again, this is my whole beef with this story. Everything was done right, it sounds like, because it was like years after the divorce, and they had it wasn't this like mischievous, insidious plot OP had to like slowly like take Ben.
Exactly.
But just know that like if you're gonna get with someone who was your friend's ex-husband and they had a nasty divorce and she's all messed up about it, and then you start dating him, she's gonna hate that. So just like don't even question if it's like, oh well, can we work through? Nope. Right. Just know she's gonna hate you.
Yeah.
And or at least expect that. I mean, who knows? Like if you have a vulnerable conversation about it, who knows what could come of it?
Yeah, I feel like you definitely knew how it was gonna turn out, and then it went exactly how you expected. But it's fine because, again, like you said, traded a toxic girlfriend or like friend that's a girl for a loving boyfriend. So it's a win in your case. There's a little bit more to the story. Overall, things are good. I may have lost a friend, but as many of you pointed out, she wasn't much of a friend anyway. I'm not sure when we're planning on telling the kids, but we already spend most holidays together, so there's no real rush if we wait. Any advice on this would be helpful, by the way. Again, thanks, Reddit. I think I needed to hear how toxic Anna was that I needed to cut her off. As you guys said, it's none of her business now. And edit, thank you guys so much for the kind responses and well wishes. Lots of people are asking me to update in the future, so maybe I might do so if the mods allow me to. Maybe when we get married. Ha ha ha. But it's still a lot to deal with regarding telling the kids and dealing with Anna. But Ben and I talked, and I'm confident that we can make it through. And that is the end of that story. Boom. Pretty good. Yeah, you could probably... With the kids, I mean, I've never been in her situation. Don't have kids, not married, not divorced, whatever her situation is. But probably, wait for the relationship to get a little bit more established and like a little more serious and confident in the relationship. And then maybe you could tell him. You don't want to tell him like the first week you're dating and then break up and be like, what?
Yeah, again, it's like different depending on... She just doesn't sound like she's actually your best friend. If someone's close to you, I would 10 out of 10 times be like, hey, if I date your ex, is that going to literally ruin our entire friendship?
Right.
Before anything happens.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't really have to do that in this situation because she was toxic and just abandoned her family. So I think there was a comment that was perfect. It was like, it's like putting a couch on the curb that has a big free sign on it and then calling the police on the person who takes it.
Yeah.
Like
that's a great analogy.
Gave it up, dude.
That's exactly what happened.
Shout out that commenter. I don't know what your name was, but my best friend accused my husband of cheating, but I know it's not true.
Nah, it's not true.
Yeah, are you sure about that? So I, 29, met my best friend Sarah, 29, and husband, 31, when I was 11. I just moved to a new country with my family, and my now sister-in-law introduced me to Sarah, 29. Now that we're adults, we share some friends, but we each have different groups to do different things. By the way, this comes from user Throwaway Bad BF, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, usually, I'm working in the office from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and I have a 30-minute break that I usually take to have my second breakfast. And sometimes I go to my husband's office, which is 5 minutes away, walking, or a cafe near my job. Sometimes I have to work out of my office or go to another city. Every now and then, I mention to Sarah if I have to travel for work during the week in casual conversation. Last week, I had to travel for work on Wednesday, but Tuesday night, there was a red alert about the weather the next day, so my work thing was canceled and I stayed home with my 2-year-old. My husband went out at 6 a.m. to make sure his business was closed and put up some flood protection. And by 7:30 a.m., he was back at home making breakfast. It didn't start raining until 1 p.m. At 3 p.m., Sarah sent a message asking if I was at home already because it was flooding where I was traveling. And I just texted back, I'm home safe. We literally didn't go out until Friday. Saturday, Sarah and I go to the same gym class. She told me we needed to talk in private, so we went to my car. And she told me basically, quote, on Wednesday, I saw your husband with a woman, and they were making out, and your kid was in the car.
Not with the kid. Leave them out of it.
That kid's guilty. Why didn't that kid stop his dad?
Wow. The kid is the a-hole here.
I was frozen for a bit. Then I remembered that I was working from home with my husband and my baby for 2 days. I realized she was lying, but I didn't understand anything. I asked 3 times if she was sure it was this week's Wednesday, and she confirmed it 3 times. I asked her about the time, and she said about 11 a.m. I asked if it was during the red alert, and she said yes. I asked her if she was 100% sure, and she launched a whole description of my husband macking with a gorgeous Barbie lookalike blonde girl in his car in front of our kid near his office during the red alert. So he was putting my son at risk and cheating in front of him.
Ew. Ew.
But he wasn't.
If it was this Wednesday, then no. But if it was last Wednesday, okay.
Right, because it's the time. The time's not timing, right? Anyways, I told her my work thing was suspended because of the red alert, and we were both home the whole time it was activated. She tried to say she got confused with the days, but she had confirmed it 3 times. I told her to leave, and she left running.
Wait,
I just imagine her leaving like
she just takes off in a sprint, running away from you after you say like, you're wrong, leave. And she's
just pure raw athletic power. I went home and did the whole betrayed spouse house search. There was no hidden phone. I have all the passwords to every device in the house, and not for lack of trust. It's because I manage part of his business, and he's bad with passwords. I even looked after hidden emails, and the only thing he was hiding was his paranormal podcast he listens to sometimes. Hey, embrace that, buddy. What are you doing hiding that? Huh? That night, I told my husband what was going on, and he denied ever cheating, and even worse, disrespecting his own son that way. I believe him 100%. There wasn't a change in his behavior or routine. He gave up his phone. He gave up his phone right away, and I told him I already checked everything in the house, and he told me to check his car. Then we decided to call Sarah together. She picked up the 3rd call, and she was crying. I told her to just tell me why she lied. She swore she wasn't lying, but told me she got confused with Monday. I told her Monday our son was in daycare, and we had breakfast during my break. So at what time did my husband go take our son out of daycare, go to pick up this girl to make out with in front of my baby, and then back to the daycare for me to pick him up and then have breakfast with me?
Make it make sense.
Sarah, you're not making any sense, Sarah. She cried more and told me she didn't know. So my husband told her to cut the crap if she had at least a shred of decency and tell us why she was lying. She said she was sorry and hung up, and then had the audacity to block us. I told the friends we had in common with her, and everyone is mad and can't explain what happened to her. She's not picking up the phone, but sent a message back saying she was sick. Some of them asked her why she was lying, and she blocked them. Someone even called her mom, and she is just as shocked. No one understands what's going on. Dude, they called the mom. They must just be concerned. They're like, this isn't... Yeah. Why would Sarah do this? Occam's razor is basically that it's like, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Right?
Yeah.
It's that the most sensible solution is often the most likely.
Sure.
I think she just wants her husband. She's trying to break him up so that she can swoop in and take her man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Sounds like it.
It's that simple. And she's probably just not very good at it. Maybe she's not
Apparently.
the best. I thought maybe it was a crush, right? But my husband never liked her that much, so he didn't pay attention to her. She isn't even added to his socials because she never liked her when Sarah was his sister's friend or when she became my friend too.
If anyone understands that,
If anyone knows what that means,
drop the translation in the chat.
for the love of God.
But I'm thinking we can figure it out with context.
But hey, OP, I just want to tell you right away, people who like have like infatuations with others, it doesn't have anything to do with them liking them back. You know, like that guy who drove like his car through Jennifer Aniston's front gate. I don't think he did it because he knows Jennifer Aniston likes him back. The point being, crushes can be one way, OP. They don't interact unless it's necessary. To say she got a crush so big she thought it was worth it to try to break a family apart is a stretch. I do know that sometimes she gossips a little too much, or sometimes she talks about things she shouldn't, but I never thought it would develop into something this big. I had this girl at my side for really hard moments, and I had her back when she needed me. She was one of the first people I told about my wedding and pregnancy. I loved this girl since we were little. I just don't understand, and she's not talking to anyone. Comments. Before we get into those comments, do we have any comments here?
Do I ever?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I feel like this is like, okay, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Lil Rascal. Lil Rascal.
Lil Rascal.
What's her name? Amy?
Oh, little rascal.
What's her name? Is it Amy? No,
Is it-
Sarah.
Yeah,
Silly
Sarah.
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 What are you doing?
Sarah.
Yeah, I feel like OP, you can probably trust your husband because there's more to the story. Who knows if that's actually true? But you can probably trust your husband in that he doesn't like her, and she's just going a little cuckoo with love, cuckoo with her crush of OP's husband.
She got that cuckoo crush.
Cuckoo crush.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Let's see what the internet has to say. Comment number 1. She wants you to be single so you're free to hang out with her. Oh. She wants your husband to be free. But why? She wanted to stir up drama. These are all like potential reasons she's done this that a commenter is listing.
Yep.
She was mistaken. But regardless of her reason, she's not a good friend and you're right to distance yourself from her. A reply is maybe misery loves company. Jealousy seems to be the most logical explanation here. This is the kind of crap I see my mom doing, just making up stuff about people in order to stir up crap because she's so miserable in her own life.
Dang, man.
That do be going around.
Yeah.
Comment 2, is Sarah having a mental breakdown? It would be very strange if she was previously a good friend and then suddenly starts sabotaging your relationship. Not you, but someone else should take her for a mental health check. Reply, as a former nurse, this is the first thing that popped into my mind, especially when we learn how she responds to others who find out. It looks like so much more than jealousy. She's in the right age range for certain types of mental health issues also. Good job letting others know, including her mom, but keep your eyes open. This could be the end of things with her, but it could certainly veer off into crazy town too. Be safe. Comment 3, what is Sarah's living situation? If you don't tell us she's married and lives with a partner and went through a breakup, has kids, what does she do for work, etc., how often do you guys hang out? I'm assuming she is single, as you called her mom and not her partner, but telling us a little more about her life might shed some light on why she's acting so crazy. Can you think back whether she's ever said anything negative about your husband before? Have you spoken to your sister-in-law about this? What does she think? Maybe the two of you should pay Sarah a visit. Perhaps going without your husband might make her more willing to tell you why she's making stuff up about him. And maybe she had a brain tumor. This is so strange, I honestly don't know without hearing a bit more about her life. OP says she's single and never really liked being in relationships with no bad breakups. She works from home in her field and was happy with it. Our group of friends are her longest, and I would say main friendships, but she also has a healthy social life outside of us, you know? If she wants to make plans, she has people to do them. Also, my husband and Sarah are not like rude to each other, but Sarah knows that she isn't his favorite friend of mine, but she never said something bad about him, at least to my face. She was still invited to every cookout, birthday, or stuff like that. She was welcome in our house and treated like any other guest. We usually see each other once a week outside the gym, sometimes with other friends, sometimes with my kid, sometimes alone. We don't have a set schedule, but we make time. I admit my sister-in-law went crazy on her on messages, but she is currently living abroad, so I would say that bridge is burned. Some friends are suggesting mental health issues because she never did anything like this, but she's still not talking. And there's an update. I think maybe it's not a crush.
Yeah. Maybe there's a little more going on here.
Now that I have a little bit more Occam on my razor, I'm starting to see that maybe it is like the I want my friend.
Yeah.
I don't like your husband because he doesn't like me.
Yeah. I think it definitely could be like she just needs a friend. Like, yeah, maybe she's going through something and she's missing her friends, or like maybe expecting OP to be there for her a little bit more, even though she did mention that she has like more friends and more of a support group or something. So I don't know. Maybe she just feels like she can't be the only single one. She's like, hey guys, over here. Oof. And it could just be the kind of thing, like maybe she's just going through her own thing. You can be friends again at some point, but while she's doing this and pulling all this crap, maybe not the best time to hang out and see each other all the time.
Let's see what's in the update. So, ooh, mama, I got the truth finally, and it was far more stupid than I thought.
Let's hear it!
Oh, boy. So, Sarah's mom told me to come to her house for a conversation with Sarah and to bring a friend as a buffer. I went for closure. She apologized a lot, but I literally had to interrogate her to give me reasons, and I finally got them. She lied because she was mad that I missed our girls' trip. A 5-girl group for the second time. Once because I had a 2-month-old baby. And this year because I had to work during August and it was the only month everyone else was free.
Your husband's cheating on you. Just come hang out with us. Scott, you don't have time because you like are married or something, and even though that's not the reason. Well, your husband's cheating on you. I saw it. I saw it happen on Wednesday and then Monday.
Yeah. So also give him custody though, so that you're free all the time.
Yeah, quit your job. God.
Is this even real? Could this be real?
Yeah, listen, it could. It
totally could, dude.
Some people I know, it could.
I had traded my vacations for December and extra days they owed me, so I'll be out of the country from December to January 10th and miss her birthday in December and other winter activities in January. Her reasoning was that if I thought my husband cheated, she was sure I would leave, but he wouldn't let me take my son abroad for too long without him, so I would be forced to stay, but would be able to travel during my husband's custody time. You were trying to, like, home wreck these people over, like, a ski trip?
We gotta hit the slopes. It's important.
God,
it's important.
I don't know whether to be, like, impressed at your dedication for hitting the slopes or horrified at your lack of priorities.
She was probably like really behind Gwyneth Paltrow and being like, she missed a whole half day of skiing.
She was just being mean and selfish because of a trip that I missed and a birthday. She thought it would be okay to break my son's family apart so she can have all of her friends for attention. I told her to never contact me again and to avoid me everywhere. Don't come to my house. Don't call me. We're done. My friends are aware to not invite me to things if she's going to be there, but everyone is mad at her, so she is the one not being invited. And by the way, I invite you to listen to full episodes with stories just like this on Spotify and iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. All you have to do is search OK Storytime, the name of this show, and you will find over 2,000 episodes for your listening delight.
Go on over.
Scrum diddly umptious, says your eardrums. So there is a little bit more story left. Honestly, like, yeah, that is what you do. What has been done is I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Other than like, my God, what a horrible friend.
Yeah. Because what if it worked? What if he wasn't home and he was out of the house and she was like, holy crap, my husband is totally cheating on me in front of my child. She tried to
break up a family, home wreck a family for like having one more friend around like in Aspen. It's like when we do the Aspen trip, like I just like I really like having 5 friends instead of 4 because 5's a prime number. And we're like, the main characters.
Exactly.
So it's like if one of us isn't there, it's like,
dump your
how
husband.
can I even enjoy it?
Give him all the custody of your child and come ski with us. Come dance with us, girl.
Let's finish this. This is painful as heck. Ugh, I know it does, but it'll get better. I would have been able to forgive and work on things if she was having mental health issues or substance problems, but she wasn't. I actually sent her mother recommendations for mental health professionals during that week.
Well, good.
Almost 20 years of friendship down the drain.
Dang, man.
Wow.
That sucks.
And you know what? Hey, because of her, I treat my closest friends like family because apart from my husband's family, I only have my sister in this country. I make time for them, I pay attention, and help them when I can. I thought she wanted the best for me as much as I wanted the best for her. But lesson learned, I guess. And that is the end of that story.
Wow. Case closed.
Case closed. You know what? You can find a new group.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to find a new group because it sounds like Sarah's going to have to find a new group.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend invited her friend to my house while I'm away on vacation.
Your house is her house?
Mi casa es su casa?
I admittedly put myself in this predicament. Last summer, I reluctantly gave my friend permission to invite her friend and son to swim with her while she was at my house sitting. By the way, this comes from Sweetly BRLA. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So I also have made it easy for her to push the boundaries of using my house. We live 10 minutes from each other. We help each other for vacations because we both have lots of pets. It's nice to have someone you trust to take care of them twice a day. But since she comes twice a day and it's so close to her house, she will spend most of the day at my house. She will work from my house and she has her son with her too. She takes full advantage of getting them both out of her small condo for a while. I'm okay with it, even though I don't make myself quite that at home when I take care of her house and pets when she's gone. I'm more annoyed by how she went about asking to have this friend over. Even though I know this other person fairly well, like going to the same events over the years, I only know her through my friend. I'd never text her myself to hang out exclusively. She put me in an awkward position by telling the person that she was going to ask me. Oh, that is weird. Having the mutual friend ask for permission to hang out, to invite herself over. That
is kind of...
Yeah. She even said that they wouldn't even go in the house, just go through the gate. She would probably understand, but it felt awkward to say, you can come, but not her. Yeah. We have a vacay coming up, and I know that she's going to think that she can do this again. How can I retract the invite? I thought about doing the cowardly, my husband said no, but I think that they would take it as my husband not liking them or something. I know it's my house, and there's actual technical reasons to say no for liability reasons. I am not that uptight and I trust both of these people. I just don't want a bunch of people in my house while I'm not there. And there are some comments, but how do you think that she should retract this invite?
With your mouth?
Oh, wow.
By saying, "Hey, nah, you can't do that."
Yeah.
Actually, don't come in my house. I shouldn't feel like it's like I'm, leaving the house to my teenager who's going to throw a party in it while I'm gone or something like.
Right. But we do have some comments. Commenter number 1 says, I don't really get why you would care since you are not that uptight and you trust both of these people after all. But if you don't want guests, tell her no and blame the liability issue. I mean, it's real, but it's going to sound kind of lame. Don't blame your husband. That is even lamer. If you're doing it because of how she asked, that seems kind of petty. What I'd be curious about, though, is what the actual truth is since you don't really say. Can you finish this sentence? I really don't want you having people over when I'm not there because, be honest with yourself and then decide what to do. I guess not the a-hole, but I don't really get it as presented. That's really funny. Commenter number 2 says, not the a-hole, this is your house. You have every right to ask for anyone coming in to respect your space. It feels like maybe saying yes to this guest will open the door to her inviting more people over to your house while you're out. The fact that she mentioned that they will go around the gate and not through your house seems like she already knows that you wouldn't be that comfortable with this, but that doesn't mean the guest won't be in your house, like to use the bathroom. Just be honest with her and tell her that you and your husband just aren't comfortable having people over while you're out on top of safety and liability concerns. If this is a true friend that wants to keep this mutual pet sitting agreement going, she will respect your wishes. And commenter number 3 says, it's nice to have someone you trust to take care of them twice a day. How nice. Nice enough to allow this, but not so bad that you pay someone who doesn't ask to use the pool? Personally, it wouldn't bother me if my friends came over. If it did bother me, I would stop asking them. You're the a-hole. Big words coming from this commenter.
I mean, like, it's her house.
OP responds to this comment saying, I'm fine with my friend, not my friend's friend. We've got an update, everyone. Let's get right into it. I haven't spoke to my friend about this original issue yet, but I am currently pet sitting for her, and now I'm definitely thinking that I'm being taken advantage of based on what she did this weekend. Our usual arrangement is that I take her small dog to my house, and she will split up her other 3 dogs with me and her other family member. She has a small condo and no yard and usually walks all her dogs. So she will leave me just one big dog at the house for me to let in and out 2 times a day. The other dogs go to a family member's house with a yard. So each pet sitter only ever deals with 2 of the 4 dogs. She is totally fine with this arrangement since I also have my own pets at home and I have no room for an additional 4 dogs. But this time, when we planned this, I was still pregnant and now I'm 5 months postpartum, so she didn't want to have me doing so much back and forth. She told me that I would just have the small dog and her others would be split at her other family member's house. I now distinctly remember this conversation because I almost said no since I knew I would have a baby. Maybe that's what she said to get me to agree to this in the first place. Well, we never spoke about it until last week just to finalize the details about when I would get that one little dog. Or so I thought. A few days ago, she calls me and says that she is leaving her big dogs at her sister's new house, which is closer to me, and that would be easier on me. They would just be in the yard and I do the usual 2 times a day feeds. Now, I admit I didn't remember at the time that I never agreed to go anywhere and I would just have the small dog. My baby brain has me questioning my own memory. So in the moment, I just said okay without thinking about it. I only asked if I needed a key to her sister's house and she said that they would meet me there on Friday to give them to me and show me where things are and also give me the small dog. I start thinking, I know her sister has a bunch of cats that she rescues, but I know that she is still moving into this new house, so I assumed that the cats were taken care of. This was a mistake. When I get to the house, her sister meets me outside while I put the little dog's crate in my car. She says to me, I don't want to overwhelm you, but it's a lot. Did my sister tell you about the cats and the meds? So she has to watch the cats now? Is that what's happening?
Dude. Hi, I know that this is about to happen right now, but were you told anything that you needed to know?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. About that time, my friend is coming over and she laughs and tells her sister, no, I haven't told her yet. And her sister gasps, you didn't tell her? I feel confused. My friend doesn't ask, just tells me that I'll need to throw some food to the 4 cats. And her sister adds one of them needs medication once a day and you don't have to do litter because I have 2 litter robots. This pay you. And by the way, our parents' dog is here too and gets meds.
Okay.
Holy crap.
This is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Plus overtime now.
Yeah. We're looking at 7 animals that aren't hers. No.
I'm not going to lie.
9 animals. I did that wrong.
I'm not going to lie, though. I'm saying I can't do this.
Yeah.
I know that this is messing your stuff up, but you didn't tell me this. I can't do this. So you can feel like this is on me, but
Yeah.
I know it's not because you didn't tell me any of this.
Yeah.
So good luck figuring this out.
Absolutely.
Because I can't do it. I can take care of 1 dog.
Yeah.
I can take care of the 1 dog.
Yeah.
Everything else, you're going to have to figure it out.
I am postpartum,
Yeah.
so it's not like I'm in, perfect, healed health, perfect mental state to take care of 9 animals plus my own.
Yeah.
I know what I should have done, but again, I was still thinking maybe we did talk about the cats when we talked about her moving, but my baby brain is not to be trusted. I was also put on the spot. They were literally packing the cars for their trip. After I left that whirlwind, I remembered her sister just closed on this house a few months ago, and I verified this in my texts to my friend about it. She has been slowly moving from her parents to this new house because she has a bunch of rescue cats. So this was never part of the original pet sitting agreement we made months before. Then I know for sure that I didn't agree to the parents' dog because she told me once I was at the house and gave some excuse why. Don't even remember.
Please tell me that you did not let them just leave. I know that they're just packing up the car. No.
It sounds like she did. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, because after I left that whirlwind. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, oh my gosh, this poor woman with baby brain. My friend definitely just came up with this idea, I guess, when she realized that it was way more convenient for her to bring her animals to her sister's house with a big yard instead of the other family member's house where they would be in a smaller outdoor pen. She even mentioned when I was there Friday that she doesn't like the way that person handles her dogs. So she manipulated me into pet sitting 9 animals. I have the small dog in my house and 4 dogs and 4 cats at the sister's house. 2 pets that need meds. I am so pissed and don't know where to start the conversation we will definitely be having. But I know where you can go to watch full episodes with more stories just like this one. You can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. We'll be there for you, and we won't do this to you.
But folks,
man,
the correct response to this is you go, I know.
Yeah.
And that's hard. You gotta, if you're not, if you can't do confrontation, like that's going to be rough. Like oh God, I'm so mad.
I think OP needs to do a little Google search since these other girls won't do it. Find the most expensive pet sitter and be boop, boop, beep. Hello, friend. I found this person. I can drop them off at their like this shelter, not shelter, but like this doggy pet daycare thing. I'll send you the bill because I can't do this. I don't know what you expect from me. What?
Yeah.
And then hang up.
Oh, I just wish I could have like quantum leaped into OP's body like at that exact moment.
Yeah.
That they're being like packing up the car like, oh yeah, and by the way, you have all these cats and you have to take care of the dog. Yeah. Because you actually have all the power in that scenario. They make it feel like you don't, but you do. Because you can tell them in that moment, hey, I'm not agreeing to this. I'm not going to watch those other 8 animals. And you're going to go, but we're like leaving right now. It's like, not anymore.
Not my problem.
Now you have to figure out who's going to actually take care of all these animals.
Exactly.
Because it's not me.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Dang.
There's a tiny bit more to the story. For comparison, when she takes care of my animals, I have 2 dogs and she lets them out 2 times a day. But she can leave them outside for longer if she can't make it, just to make sure that they come in for the night. 2 cats that are indoor and outdoor and have an automatic feeder, so she just has to check their water. And she works from home at my house, swims in my pool, and what the original post was about last summer, her wanting to bring her friend and kid to my house to swim with her and her kid. Edit to add, I'm doing this for 7 days. We never pay each other. This would be well over $1,000 worth of services with a pro. Her sister has said that she would pay me, so I'm going to make invoices for her and the parent's dog. I'll make one for my friend too, but tell her that she will pay me back by pet sitting. She won't know that I will be finding someone else, and I'm going to tell her the day before I leave for my trip.
You're just being, this is absurd.
It's absurd.
This person doesn't value you as a friend.
Yeah.
A friend wouldn't do this to you.
Right.
So like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's just, big issue. I stand with our original arguments of just like being, no, sorry, I can't do that.
Well,
That's
no,
because
it's like one dog. That's like she has to take care of 8 animals at the sister's house, and then she has the one small dog at her place.
Yeah.
So she would have to go take time out of her day to take care of 8 animals while she also has a newborn to take care of.
Yeah.
Which is absurd. Newborns aren't allowed around cats or like certain animals for like certain reasons and like all this stuff. It's like, so what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Come on.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad that story's over. I hope she just...
Is it over?
It is over. That was the end of it.